Hi, my name is Vinit Thakur and I am bringing in front of you a very unique series of videos. Very different videos they are. The idea behind the videos is this. We will talk about the application of data analytics or the business analytics into the domain of export and import or the supply chain, or we can talk about as international business. So the domain is going to be international business. We will extract the data, analyze the data and interpret and try to base our actions or strategies in international business on the basis of the data which is available generally. So that is what our attempt over here is. Each video will approximately be of 10 minutes and we shall talk about how we can take advantage of the available data in the world today to build our IB strategies for export as well as for import. The reason why I am doing these particular videos is this. I started my career and almost 15 years I spent in international trade. I was buying and selling commodities all over the world, and last 10 or 12 years I have been in the field of IT, in the field of data analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Even though career wise these two were completely distinct phases, completely distinct things, I realize now that as an exporter, if I had the privilege of the data science ways, data scientist methods, I would have been able to do much better in the field of IB. And as a data scientist, I also look at the importance of a domain and what do I know in a domain. So I want to have these particular two things clubbed together so that two sets of people I would like to address these videos with. So for whom exactly these particular videos are? Let's put it this way. If you are going to be an exporter, you are an exporter, or you want to be an exporter, or you are in supply chain management, or you are a trader who likes to explore or would like to explore the avenues into export, or you are a data scientist who has been dealing with the data, developing models, deploying models, etc., etc., or you are into business intelligence or in machine learning. Now, if you are any one of them, I am sure these videos could be of interest to you. Idea is to ensure that we are combining these two things to get best possible advantage of both the fields over here. Definitely, as an exporter, if you are an exporter, or in supply chain if you are in, you must be wondering that, oh my god, again I will have to do the maths. No, rest assured, we will not touch the mathematical background. We will apply. We will understand the concept. We will make sure that concept is understood. And then we will take that particular concept up, apply that particular concept, see the results that come out of it, and then decide in business how we are going to apply that. To a data scientist, let me tell you this. We are not even going to use any programming language like Python or R. So if you are into the Python development or into R development, no, these videos are not for you. However, we will still build models without using any coding, either using Azure or any one of the platforms which are available, of course, free of charge. So, no mathematics. Not that I hate mathematics, I love it. But no mathematics, because those who come from supply chain management background, their life is already complicated. And I do not want to make it more complicated by adding on to them the variety of mathematical concepts. I'm sure they must have studied, and whatever they have studied is good enough. And to a data scientist, our focus is more on the domain. We will use the model building, because without building a model, how are we going to predict? And therefore we will use model building, but we shall not use R or Python or Stata or MATLAB for that. we shall use a simplified method. So another group of people who may be interested in this are those people who are into machine learning, typically known as no code machine learning. Now that's as far as our general idea of the videos are concerned, and each of these particular videos that you are going to be having coming up, these particular videos will follow this principle. We will look at where the data is available. We will talk only about those sites which are non-commercial, available to the world sites. So you don't require any subscription for that. You don't require to pay anything for that. The sites which are made available by the people in governance. So the sites from where anyone can get data. We will talk about where is the data, how to extract that data, how to analyze that data, again with the tools which are available freely, and then let's interpret that particular data and think about our ways of using the interpretation of this data to go ahead well. I think the time has now come to really let me show you a small demo about how these videos are going to go ahead with, so that you have got an idea. So let's look at a very simple situation, and that particular situation arose maybe just a couple of days back. So let me tell you what exactly happened in this particular last few days. Well, presently there is a lockdown going on, and I'm sure in the lockdown we are going to follow the social distancing. I am in Pune right now, and a friend of mine who is in Pune has got a factory in an industrial estate nearby to Bhosri. He was on call with me and was really very worried that life is going to be really difficult after the lockdown is lifted. The entire business is in trouble. To pick up the threads again is going to be rather very difficult. He was so full with orders in the past, and suddenly everything has dried up and the future looks uncertain. He was just asking me that I know I made a mistake in the past. I never focused on the international business. I never exported because the local market was so good that I never bothered to explore that particular market. But now the time has come. I want to explore that market as well. But now I think, that's what he said, I think I missed the bus. It's too late. Hey, let's now take advantage of this particular person. Let's take what he has got in his mind now. He manufactures handbags, not of the type of Prado and Jimmy Choo and etc. etc. He manufactures a very different type of handbags, a very common type of handbags, plastic outer wrappings and textile sometimes outer wrapping. So he manufactures these pretty handbags, and let's do in next 4 or 5 minutes quickly. Let's do a small analysis to give him a kind of a confidence that are people in the world buying these products? Are the countries in the world buying these particular products? Which are those countries? How those particular countries can be approached? So let's do in next 2 minutes time a very quick analysis of which are the countries which buy the product that he is expert in manufacturing. So let's start our journey. Anytime you want to have your data of your products, buying and selling of the products, you must know for your product a specific code, and that particular code is known as HS code. It stands for Harmonized System. I am in the Government of India site. Government of India does follow HS system, also known as IITC. World over, if you want to find out how many bags, let's say a country called as Burkina Faso imports or has been importing over last 8 years period, you can't find out unless you know the HS code. So the journey starts with HS code. I want to know the HS code for the handbags, so I give it over here in the description, handbags. That's it. I put it over here, submit, and the HS code for the handbag, the Government of India site, Department of Commerce site, tells me that these are the different categories of handbags. I look at the category that my friend manufactures over here, which is basically the sheeting of plastic or textile material. I know 420222 is a code for his product, and I would like to find out, are there any countries which import these products? From India is our next step. But are there any countries who import these products or not? So let's do this particular one. Let's quickly go to a beautiful data source called as International Trade Center. I'm sure you are going to explore this particular site. It is a gold mine, and this is not the only site we are going to explore for our data. We will explore variety of other sites as well. So today, as a kind of a demonstration, we are going to explore this particular site, but our focus is quite clear. So I will take you to that particular focus area. So we want to find out, are there any countries which import these products or not? So I go to the trade statistics. I would like to find out importing countries, and I would like to find out from 2001 to 2019, are there any people, are there any countries importing? So I go to the imports and ITC, International Trade Center. Again, look at it. It also gives me in HS code. These are the first two digits of the HS code. So if you remember my HS code earlier, it was 4202. So what I do over here is I go to the 4202, I go to the 42, open it up. I think I should, yeah. I just go back over here, I open it up, 42, and I get over here 4202. So specifically, I open this particular page, 4202, and these are the countries who are importing these bags. Look at the description. The description is, it contains all these particular things, but also contains binocular cases, spectacle cases, etc., etc. So these are the countries who are importing these products. Hey, let me have a look at them in a map. Data visualization, a very famous principle, very famous step in data analytics. So I look at this particular map over here, and this shows me the world map where these products are getting imported. Well, what we are going to do now next is this. It will take time, so I'm sure you can try it out on your machine as well. What I want to do over here is I want to get this particular data downloaded. Okay, so what I do over here is I use Excel to download this particular data. The data is downloaded, and then we can use this particular data to identify. Look, the data has come in over here. So we have got the data which we can use it to identify good countries to export to. Potential is good, so that will take it up in our second video. So the second video will more focus on certain things. We'll talk about, now that we have talked about bags, let's for a couple of videos, let's go ahead with these particular bags. We will talk about, does India export bags? If it does, which countries does it export bags to? What's a general price per piece of the export? Let's take one of these particular countries and let's find out, other than India, from where do they import the bags? In other words, let's try to get as much market information as possible with these particular things, and in between we will analyze our data with the principles of machine learning. So thank you very much. Here is where we stop our video number 1. Thanks.